forced into that defensive role because of Petrich's ability to step forward.
Well, the big difference in a continental sweeper is his willingness to spring into midfield and attack whenever he can. Ali Maxwell working hard there on the line to sort out his wall. Brewster and Bowman having a discussion over the ball. The referee wants them to hurry on. There's Brewster, blocked by Stevens. Well, in the end, a rather orthodox blasted goal there by Brewster. Well, the noise mainly coming from the Rangers end at this stage, with the edge in terms of numbers as far as support is concerned. Dave McPherson passed the fitness test and an injured ankle to play in this match. McLaren has wandered across to the flank. There's Bowman. McCall losing there to Cleland. Determined play by McCall. It was Cleland who was penalised. It's a free kick to Rangers.
Yeah, here we see McCall fighting tirelessly for the ball. Again, the referee's right. He's right on the spot there. He's not going to allow any nonsense early in the game.
Good pass by McPherson to Jury. Here's Ian Ferguson in good position right in the centre of midfield. Breaking on the right is Stevens. The early ball in, met by Morris Malpass, but that was a good sweeping move from Rangers. Morris Malpass doing very well to read the cross from Stevens.
It's good flowing play from Rangers. Here we see Gary Stevens get right up there, sends in the ball, but perhaps Alan McCoy might have been better making a run to the near post there, but nevertheless a dangerous situation.
Gordon Jury with the outswinger. McPherson and Goff are in the area. Away by Petrich to Murray. There's Jury again. Led away by Cleland, the miscue, but coming to no harm. That's a poor clearance too, though, by Daly, straight to Murray, but he's robbed by McLaren, who didn't appreciate the tackle from Murray. Brewster backing into Robertson, and the referee sees it another way. He thinks Robertson was the culprit. Free kick's been given. Christian Daly wanted the advantage rule applied here.
Well, I think it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, really, but as I say, the referee's taking a firm stance early in the game. He's not going to take the chance that anything undue is going to happen. But the one thing is that United have been very positive in the start.
Malpass finds Hannah. Here's McInally, space on the left for McLaren. That's a good cross. Welsh is in the area. Goff's clearance met there by Malpass. Well, appeals for handball, but it certainly appeared to be accidental as Malpass came forward. Here's Petrich. Now Hannah. Brewster. Tackled fiercely there by McPherson. McCoy finds Jury in space on the left. Cleland was caught upfield with the attack. Bowman getting back. Oh, it's good play by Jury. Well, United almost caught there on the break with Alec Cleland way upfield as Jury broke on the left.
Well, Rangers system allows for this, and Gordon Jury does very well, takes his man on, but I think he tries a shot from there, and he might have been better advised to lay that in the middle for someone else. You see it from this angle, see him take on Dave Bowman, does well. Didn't have a lot to pass to, but nevertheless, if you're going to have a shot from there, it's really got to hit the target.
Well, a bit more noise coming from the United supporters. I think they have every reason to be encouraged by the approach adopted by their team. Ivan Golats promised a fresh, confident, aggressive approach, and that's just what we've seen so far in the early stages from United. David Robertson's throw, the target is Haitley. McCoy was there with Malpass. The corner kick's been given. Malpass looked aggrieved there. The United skipper playing in his 5th final and still to collect the winner's medal. So Gordon Jury taking them in both flanks. McPherson attacking this. It's exposed there as McPherson got the better of Christian Daly. But on the break, Alec Clan going through the middle. A chance here for United. He's brought down to the back. Referee waves play on as Maxwell falls on the ball. And referee Douglas Hope has his work cut out here to calm the players down. But it was a golden opportunity for Cleland and a very loud appeal for a penalty kick as he was in the act of shooting.
Here we see the pass pushing clear through the middle. There's Alec Clan going on to the ball. I think he miskicked in actual fact. I think he miskicked and then caused the defenders to run into him.
And there on the goal line was that chance. McPherson's header clearly not over the line. Jim McInally did the job for United. And immediately United were on the attack, and Alec Cleland has gone down very awkwardly there. He was also, I think, trampled on by a few players that tried to get to the ball. Ivan Golat's shaking his head, perhaps thinks that United might have had a penalty kick, but it did appear as though there wasn't any contact.
I honestly think it's a case of the wrong player being in the right position. You know, the difference between being a forward and you get a forward in that situation, he's confident, he knows what he's doing. And I think Alec Cleland made a terrific run, got himself in that position, and then hesitated just that fraction too long.
Well, Alec Cleland, one of those modern, all-round utility players, but the one position he's never been playing on a regular basis is striker, and almost appeared to overrun the pass in the first instance in his anxiety to test Ali Maxwell. Well, early activity for Maxwell, his last cup final appearance was in 1991 when he was the winning side for Motherwell and was the victim of a serious abdominal injury during the match. Here's Bailey using his pace on the right, sending the ball across early. Maxwell making a very good catch, but Brewster and McLaren were supporting, and this is shaping to be a marvellous final.
Well, here we see the good ball in from the wide position. Doesn't really trouble the goalkeeper, but certainly at the minute, with all the credentials here for this being an epic of a final, because within the space of a minute there, we almost had a goal at either end.
Murray lofting that in, and Camp comes to meet it very positively. Quite prepared to take on any physical challenge that might have been offered by Ali McCoist, but McCoist, I think, realised he had no chance of reaching that. That's Petric. Well, there's an aerial threat there from United with Daly and Brewster playing through the middle. Well, Christian Daly's played in central defence a number of times recently for United. I think that's part of his education. Petric to Malpass. Casual on the ball, rocked by Ferguson. This is McCoist. And Petric makes the tackle outside the box. That's a free kick. Well, an error, a rare error by Maurice Malpass created this opportunity. No argument though about the foul. Well, Maurice Malpass, I'm sure, will be overjoyed to see this free kick cleared up. He was overconfident in possession, trying to roll the ball in the sole of his boot away from Ian Ferguson. That's never an easy task. And the Camp organising a four-man wall. Now, David Roberts is hovering here. He may fancy his chances, having scored a couple of spectacular goals in recent weeks. But he's now moving away. It's being left to Haitley, I suspect, unless it's knocked square for Robertson. There's Haitley! Beautifully bent in. Just about a foot too high.
He's certainly got the ability to bend this one in here. It's not all that far away, but not a particularly good wall that United put up. But here we see him, that left foot of his wasn't all that far away.
Christian Daly's head flicked with no colleague able to take any advantage. So Rangers in their familiar 4-4-2 formation. Gordon Jury able to give them an extra attacking player when the opportunity allows. Stevens, Goff, McPherson, Robertson across the back. Murray, Ferguson, McCall and Jury in midfield. McCoist and Haitley up front. David Hanna's header. That's Brewster. McCall backtracking. This is McPherson taking no chances here. Dave Bowman closing down Maxwell. Haitley under severe pressure there from Welsh, and the throw goes to United. Confirming their lineup, Petric sweeping behind Malpass and Welsh, who are markers on Haitley and McCoist. And then Alec Cleland and Jim McInally in the full-back positions, pushed well forward with Bowman and Hanna in the engine room. Here's Cleland well forward again. That's a good cross, and Ferguson heads it behind. Corner kick conceded. And that leaves United with a front three: Daly, Brewster and McLaren.
Certainly United are doing well come down either flank, and interesting role that the three front players are adopting, because they're creating problems for Rangers fullbacks, because they're dragging them away from the position and allowing the attack to come from midfield.
The outswinger this time. Maxwell had no option there but to concede another corner. Andy McLaren's corner kick. And he comes straight across to the left to take an in-swinger for United. Petric is up, so is Welsh. Daly too. Welsh attacking this. Did well to reach it. Good header by Welsh. Matching the effort of Dave McPherson recently at the other end. And Richard Goff with a calm header. Finds his goalkeeper to take the strain off the Rangers defence.
It's a good effort from Big Welsh here, because he gets up and amongst the whole posse of players there. Reminds Rangers of his ability in there.
Poor kick out there by Maxwell, coming to no harm though. Ferguson wouldn't be denied there. Here's Neil Murray. Well, he scored in last year's final against Aberdeen with something of a miss kick. That one he hit more sweetly, but off target.
Well, Rangers are taking advantage of the fact that United have got the three men back, and their midfield players are trying to break into that space on either side. They're trying to be less predictable. Obviously, they're looking to get Jury running at Alec Cleland, and they're looking for Neil Murray to fill in the spaces on this right-hand side.
McPherson's header, there's Bowman. Forward goes Cleland once again, met by Robertson. Well, they're having a fine old tussle when United come forward. The throw finds Daly. Nimble footwork from the big striker, and a good cross in. There's Brewster, and Goff was with him. Brewster getting to his feet.
Daly's done well in that wide position. He gets a good ball in here, and really Craig Brewster will be a bit annoyed with himself for not getting a better header there. It's a good ball, it's well within his capabilities of getting a good header here, but he gets underneath the ball just a little bit.
Good flank play there by Christian Daly. Cleland getting it well to that. Well, a fascinating battle developing here. No question about the commitment of both sides to the cause and the confidence being displayed. Brewster doing well against Goff. Robertson, the clearing player, earning a goal kick off Daly. Well, Christian Daly and Craig Brewster certainly causing problems for the Rangers defence with their mobility, confidence, their strength. And Craig Brewster continuing the rich vein of form he's shown since coming back to full fitness just before the end of last year. McLaren with Stevens. Now McCall. That's Murray. Jury's layoff. Here's McCall again. Good possession play by Rangers, probing for an opening. David Robertson well forward. Jury comes off his marker. It's back with McPherson. Stevens on the right, calling for the ball. Ferguson trying to find him now. Well, Stevens wanted that ball played across a good deal earlier when Dave McPherson was in possession. 10 years ago, he played in the Everton side, which beat Watford at Wembley in the FA Cup final. Well, Dave McPherson, the closest effort yet for Rangers with that header, which beat Van de Kamp and was cleared off the line by McInally. Brewster again causing problems for Goff. That's Petric. Advantage will apply there. It would have been a foul, I think, on Bowman. There's no offside here. Flat back four is beaten here as Dilly plays the ball in. That's great handling by Maxwell. Well, he took a knock there, but it was terrific play on the flank again from Dundee United.
Here we see him breaking through, breaking that away position. Really, he tries to go on the ball early because at that stage he's got men free. All credit to Alan Maxwell. Comes out, smothers it, takes it in a very difficult situation and clears the danger.
Damage here inflicted in both Ali Maxwell and Gary Stevens, who came hurtling in there. Both players requiring some attention now as a result of that. But a reminder also, Billy, to Rangers about the dangers of the flat back four and the offside trap.
Well, that's right. We've got to pay credit to United front three because they're working Rangers back four very hard indeed. And Christian Daly in particular has been a real threat to them, a real live wire. He's using his pace well. Here we see Ali Maxwell come out there, takes that ball in a very difficult situation.
Well, Daly again with tremendous pace up front, breaking through that static back line of the Rangers defence. And Ivan Golat has every reason, I think, to be pleased with his team's opening quarter. And Ali Maxwell, who was a hero, his last cup final visit here 3 years ago for Motherwell, continuing in similar fashion this afternoon. That really was top-class handling for that driven cross. Gary Stevens, I can tell you, is having to work hard now to run off some damage. Suggestion, in fact, that he has changed position temporarily to take him out of the defensive line. Ian Ferguson dropped back to right back. Here he is in trouble against McLaren. McLaren's early cross, and a brilliant effort from Bailey. Once again, the pace and the adventure of Dundee United, so effective.
Got this pace down either side here, and this is a very good ball into the middle. Christian Daly makes a good front post run, doesn't quite direct the head the way he wanted it. But a good cross in, look at that, good left foot. There it gets onto it, ahead of Rangers defenders. And really those front three for United are causing Rangers back for all sorts of problems at this particular stage.
Well, Daly again very close to scoring there, but I'm certain Rangers are going to make a substitution. Ian Ferguson at right back, and Gary Stevens is pushed forward there to a wide right midfield position. It's like the old days with no subs when the injured player went on the wing. That's what he's done. And now Rangers have made a further change. They've moved Stuart McCall to right back and Ferguson back into midfield. And Alexei Mikhailchenko has been called up to change to come on as Van de Kamp takes the pass back. Well, let's hope for United's sake that was deliberate. McInally's pass finds Hannah in midfield, the youngest player in the field, 19 years old. It's back with Petric. Through the middle it goes for McLaren. He's found a gap there. Goff and McCall in some misunderstanding. Jury has switched across to the Rangers' right, followed by Alec Cleland. McInally has gone to the left with Murray. And I suspect that Murray may go to right back when Mikhailchenko comes on. But Gary Stevens is clearly now a passenger. A tackle from Goff. The ball reaches Bowman. Over to the far side, Jim McInally. Here's David Hannah. Brewster coming off McPherson. Space here for Bowman. It's patient play now from United. That's Daly, the head flick on, looking for Brewster. It's delightful play once again from Dundee United. The Rangers fans howling there as Maxwell goes down. He's playing that out to allow the change to be made for Rangers. And the alteration is the unlucky Gary Stevens. hurtling off. Walter Smith reorganising the Rangers lineup. Well, it's been a very difficult season for Gary Stevens, who was indestructible for so many years. And now he goes off and Mikhailchenko comes on. And confirmation of the alteration is Neil Murray at right back, Gordon Jury wide right, Mikhailchenko wide left, and the midfield restored to normal with Ferguson and McCall in the centre. But with Walter Smith down there at the track, there's a clear indication that he is concerned about how the game has gone in the opening 25 minutes. Swift tackle there by Cleland. Both Cleland and McInally comfortable on both sides of the field. That's why they switched with the men they were originally allocated, but McInally now has to deal with Mikhailchenko. There's Haitley. Led away by Cleland. Here's Goff with time. Former Dundee United player, of course. That's why he gets such treatment from the United supporters. Now Bowman. McInally breaking on the right. How he relishes those occasions with so much at stake. Brewster. Breaks back for Hannah. Calm and assured in midfield. Remarkable for one so young. And this is Christian Daly. Played in early, looking for Brewster. It's good marking by Goff. Didn't allow Brewster to go across his bows. Now a chance for McCall to come charging forward. Superb play by Petric. Makes it all look so easy. That's one for McLaren to chase. Murray beats him to it. Murray and McLaren were teammates in that under-16 Scotland side in 1989. No scoring. 27th minute of the match. But no lack of entertainment, no lack of quality football, and it is a real contest out there. Anyone who thought that this would be a comfortable game for Rangers certainly can have all those thoughts wiped away by this sprightly start from United. An error by Hannah. That was McCall. McCoy says Haitley making the run through the middle. He was going offside. That's why McCoy's kept possession. Mikhailchenko. Great pass from McCoist. And very good marking indeed by Maurice Malpass. A splendid run made by McCoist, but the experience of Malpass and the awareness was evident there. Very important piece of defending by the United captain. Bowman, one of the three players who appeared in the 1991 final against Motherwell, along with Malpass and McInally. Apart from that, it's all change. So the adjustments made by United have been kept to a minimum. Simply switched Alec Cleland to the left back position to stay with Gordon Jury. McInally at right back, advanced right back against Mikhailchenko. Otherwise, no change required by United to cope with these Rangers alterations. Cleland in there, caught by Jury in the act of clearing. Rangers now trying to settle in midfield to begin to dominate with Fergus and McCall. That's the target. Hasn't been easy though against Bowman and Hannah. Goff to McPherson. McCall over on the left. That's a very good ball into space for Haitley. And that was very close indeed. And I think Guido van de Kamp was taken completely by surprise there. I'm not at all sure he would have saved that had it been inside the post.
He certainly was a very confident goalkeeper, because here we see the shot going right across the face of goals. He obviously knew exactly where he was, but certainly took it very calmly, didn't he? Very calmly indeed. Fine running. Brian Welsh won't be happy to allow Haitley that couple of yards he made in the run. Well, he's certainly mobile up front, the big striker. Well, the clearance from Maxwell, not too decisive. Frustration there for McLaren. I think he took his eye off the ball to see where Jury was, who was putting him under pressure. McCoist losing out there to Hannah. Now McLaren.
Fine running by McLaren. That's a great cross in, too close to Maxwell. And Leicester have been a near post runner for United. Very two-footed, very quick and very skillful, Andy McLaren.
He does very well here, but lays the cross in far too near the goalkeeper. You've got to bring them away from the goalkeeper, else eliminate them altogether, but still showing some enterprise on that wide position.
Came off the head of McPherson. He knew exactly where Robertson was, I think. Brian Welsh is clearing header, collected by McCall. Mikalichenko's return pass. McCall becoming more influential now. Here's Petric. Always appears to be strolling, but that's a bit casual, the clearance. Mikalichenko. That's very well read again by Malpass. Outstanding defending by Maurice Malpass once again. Reading that 1-2 so effectively. This is Robertson. Gap opens up. Well, he seems to be off balance in the act of shooting. May regret not continuing the run.
Yeah, it's a good run by David Robertson. Doesn't quite get in a position to hit a shot, but at the end of the day, it comes to not a lot. But that introduction of Mikalichenko has actually helped Rangers because it's given them a whole lot more width. It's stretching Dundee United just a little bit, and they're now able to make use of Hateley's pace up front, Jury's pace in the wide position, and Mikalichenko's ability to pass the ball.
Brewster totally uncompromising there, challenging Goff. This is Daly, now McLaren. Trying to bend one in toward the top corner, I think. Didn't quite come off. McLaren, Welsh with Hateley. Welsh with the clearance. So in midfield, David Hanna plays it back to Malpass. He's under pressure there from McCoist. Goff and Daly then clash. The pace in the match so far has been unrelenting. And indeed, with the prospects, if required, of extra time, stamina could be a big factor. Malpass back to McLaren. Hanna with Malpass. Good play by Bowman up front, finding a gap, receiving the pass. Has Cleland available. An easy one for McPherson to clear. In comes Malpass again, having an outstanding match for Dundee United. Looking for the return from Brewster. Overhit. Well, that's an indication of the total football being played by Dundee United. Maurice Malpass, McCoy's marker, becoming involved in the build-up whenever he can. And he immediately has been replaced by Dave Bowman in the marking role on McCoy. So that's excellent play by United. And by Dave Bowman, showing maturity and experience there. He knew that Malpass couldn't get back, and indeed there may require to be some attention for one of the United players here. So the referee stops the play, and it's Malpass in fact who requires some attention here. Well, he was heavily involved in that little burst of play and may well have taken a knock. Just requires a rest after his labours in the last 5 minutes or so. United supporters entitled to feel very happy at this stage. Their team is very much in this match. So Malpass recovers. Pensive Rangers supporters look on as the match will restart with a Rangers throw taken by Jury. Looking for Hateley. Put his head to that. McPherson attacks the ball. Still McPherson. And it was turned over there by Jim McInally. Well, McPherson coming close again.
Rangers' threat is apparent with these high balls. Dave McPherson does well to get his head to that, does well to get shot in. Jim McInally does well to clear it from immediately in front of his goalkeeper.
Jury's corner. Met by Petric. That was Bowman. Daly trying to find McLaren. Murray picks it up. This is Ferguson. Well, Mikhailichenko complaining bitterly to Ferguson he didn't receive a pass on the left wing, and he has a complaint, I think, Billy.
Well, that's right, not just Mikhailichenko, but I think Mark Hateley was only occupying the defender to allow the pass to be made. So really, both of them certainly made their disapproval noted.
Good play by McCoist, winning that from Bowman. Forward goes Robertson. He's waiting that tackle from McInally. That's for Hateley. Welsh did well. So did Hannah. Collected here by McCall. Jury makes an angle on the right, followed by his marker McClelland. Jury did well. So did Malpass. And Robertson put under pressure there by Christian Daly. Well, Guido van de Kamp has had some anxious moments, especially when the ball's been in the air towards Dave McPherson. Goff did well to head that clear. Bowman putting Robertson under pressure. Here's McCall again, resisting the tackle from Daly. Well, Maxwell never at his happiest in that position. Not the strongest part of his game by any means. Came off Jury for the throw to United. And Jury showing his versatility, crossing to the right to replace Murray, who's now at right back, in place of Gary Stevens. Rangers have the throw. Here's Neil Murray. Now Petric. Well, those long raking passes looking for Christian Daly. Well, young David Hannah operating head-to-head against Ian Ferguson, and he has settled extremely well in the number 8 jersey, which would have been worn by Billy McKinlay. Goal kick to United, but really, to what extent do you think, Billy, that David Hannah has been adequately able to replace McKinlay?
Well, I think he's done a nice marking job, and he's been very competitive in midfield. I think the biggest thing that he's got to do is sit in that area in front of his back 3 players and not allow the Rangers midfield players, the centre midfielders, to get possession when Hateley gets balls played up to him, because then they'll be able to introduce the players on either side of him and get the type of crosses in that Hateley would feed on. And it's important they don't relinquish ground in there. It's important they don't lose any territory.
Chance on here for Brewster. He'll be very disappointed indeed about that, because when Goff headed that softly into his path, he had a chance for a dipping volley with Maxwell off his line.
Yes. Brewster and Daly have done very well. They've pushed on